It's your favorite YouTuber, guys, DS Learning Finance, financially educating you guys to freedom for the beginners by Form Beginner every Sunday at 3 p.m. There is a huge stigma, guys, associating investing in properties with the need to have a huge amount of capital to do so. To debunk this is why I made the video about how I rejected a no money down property. Yeah, I know. If you guys haven't checked out that video, then you can click on the link here to do so. But at the same time, I can understand why people will be a bit skeptical about doing this. That's why I made this video for you guys. I want to share with you guys a great way of how to raise capital to start your property empire, guys. Yes, real estate. And the sweetest part of this, guys, is that a lot of you people watching this video can easily implement this right now. So, if you're looking to invest in properties soon, but maybe don't have enough cash for the deposit and stamp duty for it, especially in big cities like London, then this is the video for you guys to watch. If you guys like the sound of this, then you're going to love what I'm going to tell you next, because I've made this into an open-ended series, guys. Yes, you control how many episodes to this series there is. So if I get 30 likes, I'll be releasing part 2 for you guys, where I'll be telling you another method that you can easily implement to get another property. If I piqued your interest, guys, then make sure to share this video and subscribe with the notification bell on. It will help my channel a lot. And follow me on all of my social media platforms down below. This method that I'm going to talk about in this video, guys, is probably my favorite way to get started on your property journey. And the reason is because I actually used it to get my first property, guys, in Corby. And I didn't realize it at the time what I was actually doing, but it was basically a joint venture. The very fundamental definition of it is where multiple people contribute similar amounts to achieve a common goal. In my case, it was get my first property. So why am I mentioning all of this, guys? Well, ask yourself this question. How much more do you need to buy your investment property? Twice as much? 3 times? 4? 5? But then ask yourself another question, guys. How many people do you know that maybe don't have enough money to buy that investment property? I know it's going to be a lot of people. So why not go and speak to those people and see if maybe their goals might align with your goals? You'll be so surprised with what starting a conversation can accomplish. For me, I was quite fortunate for it to be my immediate family, in particular my brothers. But that isn't necessarily the way you guys may go about doing it. It might be your sisters, your parents, your aunties, uncles, cousins, whatever. It's just important to stress for you guys, yeah, that you make sure you work with people that you're compatible with. People that want to go in the same direction as you are going. Because as much as I'm telling you guys I've involved my brothers in it, there are certain people in my family, I love you from far, but yeah, you know what I mean. I can never ever do business with them just because we're not compatible, guys. And I bet there's probably people like that you know as well. The last thing you want to do is add another thing to your stress level when it's probably already high from just getting the property in the first place, guys. Think about it. These joint ventures are lifelong relationships. So only work with people you're compatible with. Cool. So I've told you guys about this wonderful method called joint ventures and how it can raise money for you in acquiring multiple properties, if not your first one. So it's only right, guys, that I give you 10 tips on how to go about doing your joint venture. 1. Compatibility, guys. Now, I already alluded to this earlier on in this video, so I'm not going to spend too much time on it, but compatibility can make or break your joint venture. So important. 2. Starting a limited company. Now here in England, starting a limited company has so many benefits in the property market. The number one thing that probably comes to mind for me is the tax benefits. You can offset a lot of tax via your expenses only when you start it as a limited company. So whilst I was doing up the property in Corby, guys, whatever I spent on petrol, whatever I spent on food, whatever I bought for the property, just to name a few, guys, was all claimed back in the tax reductions. If you guys want me to make a video on this, then leave a comment down below saying limited company. If I get enough comments, I'll be more than happy to do that. 3. Only do joint ventures with people who add value. Simply put, guys, I don't want anyone to jump on my ship for a free ride. I ain't got time for that. Property is hard work. Simple but hard work. The last thing I need is someone else pulling me down, me and my team, me and my joint venture partners down, and us having to pick up that person's weight. It's not going to work around here, and neither should it work for you guys. Only work with people who add value to your joint venture. It doesn't necessarily have to be in money. It could be in experience. It could be in labor work. It can be in the connections even that you know with other people to link the dots together. You just have to add value. 4. Keep it professional, guys. Now, this can be a really big one because chances are you're going to do a joint venture with someone that you're quite close to. Now, it's important that you don't let your arguments between that person or several people in your joint venture cloud your judgment. You can't allow that to happen. You have to distinguish between that joint venture and your personal relationship with those people. For example, if I had an argument with one brother and we had to collectively decide on something, I wouldn't pick the side of the other brother just out of malice for the initial one. It's important to only make the decision that's best for the property. Otherwise, you can pull it down due to your emotional attachments. 5. Make decisions collectively. Because it's a joint venture, you can't just make decisions on your own accord, guys. You have to incorporate everyone else into deciding what's best for that property as a whole. It's important to do that because naturally we want to behave on our own accord because we make decisions daily on our own accord just out of what we're used to. But you have to push that mindset to the side and collectively decide what's best for the company. A good way to collectively decide for the company is to maybe send emails regarding that one topic and get them to confirm what options they're looking to go for. Whichever option has the most votes for it, that's the direction the joint venture will go in. 6. Use your joint venture's connections. Now, I'm an avid believer in using the connections you have to take you further. You'll be surprised how the combination of people you know and your joint ventures know add up to. For example, my oldest brother used to work in B&Q at that time when we purchased a property. Now, you can bet your bottom dollar we utilized that staff discount, and in essence, what that did was it made our expenses lower. So make sure to take full advantage of your joint ventures connections. 7. Be organized. Now, this is a running theme that goes through all the successful joint ventures. So this entails establishing your goals from the get-go. It also includes maybe allocating one particular person to handle all the expenses, maybe also allocate another person to handle all the receipts as well. It might even involve getting a company card, guys, to put all of your expenses under that one thing. It's just important to be organized from the beginning because it really has its advantages. 8. Hold frequent catch-up meetings. It's important to have frequent catch-up meetings so that people know where you last left off from. It's quite easy for people to lose track of where they are, especially in big groups. That's why you guys need to make sure you have frequent catch-up meetings so everyone is on the same page. 9. Understanding everyone's strength. Doing this ensures that you work more efficiently as a team because everyone has their own strengths, their own things that they excel at. So why not make that property benefit from it by giving tasks, allocating tasks to each member's strengths? For instance, one of my brothers is learning to become a boiler engineer. Now, I don't know if you guys checked out the last video that I did on the Corby property. If not, click on the link here. But what basically happened before we finally got the property rented, the boiler broke down. I know, guys. It will save you a lot of time and money, ensuring that you and your partners do what they're strong at. 10. Establishing a get out strategy. Now, this is one of them things you hope you never use, but would be so glad is installed if it comes to it. You need to ensure there are strategies in place, allowing anyone in your joint venture to get out in an amicable way. A get out strategy I had with my brothers was that if one particular person could not afford raising the capital for the deposit or the stamp duty, then that person must give a portion of their shares in ownership of that company to the other partners, the other joint ventures, to justify them contributing more funds to the deposit. And if that didn't cover it, then they would have to be bought out accordingly. You want to establish get out strategies like this to cover yourself from all angles, guys. And those are my top 10 tips of how to go about doing your joint venture. I hope this video has added value to your life, guys, and shown you that you can actually get started in your investment property right now. If it has added value, then don't just keep it to yourself, guys. Share it with your friends. Subscribe with the notification bell on and follow me on all of my social media platforms down below. It's your favorite YouTuber, guys, DS Learning Finance, financially educating you guys to freedom. For the beginners, by Form Beginner, every Sunday at 3 p.m. Bye, guys.
DS Learning Finance. Whoa.